Um, I've no idea what this video is about. I mean, I have like, really it's just a sense of that, like, it's time to make one, really. More than anything, you know. I mean, I'm holding at the moment, like, the whole thing around. I've been on so many journeys. You know, and it's really sort of like intimate stuff, like, changing up the way I deal, you know, um, really, I mean, you know, I've been dealing. I'm just trying to actually think. Like, I don't really want to share like what these ways of coping are, but I'm just trying to, like, for my own, like, sort of, so I know exactly what. Yeah. So that's one, and then there's another one. So that's two. Yeah, and this is just literally in the last couple of days, you know, literally discovering two like tricks, not tricks in like, yeah, that word, didn't you? Where you know what that is, but tricks as in like tools, to, like, one tool is to, like, you see, the thing of it is, this is my opinion, right? Is because, like, I feel I know I have such like a strong awareness of the truth of this, which is, I have to be very careful because I don't want to, like, influence anybody in, like, in any kind of way, you see. I just want to tell my story. Like, I know that I've managed to improve my anxiety, like, massively. I mean, not improve it as in, like, make me more anxious. I mean, improve it as in, like, make me more relaxed in literally the most massive way, right? So when I, like, this is through just trying different things, you know, just, I don't know, just doing my best to sort of, like, I don't know, I guess I go on the internet, you know, I, I don't know, it's like, I just did what I could, you know. I went on the internet, I guess I spoke to people, I don't really remember, and somehow I managed to find ways to, massively reduce my anxiety. Though I do feel that, you see, I think a thing that people don't really understand around anxiety is that there's very little. It's like what it's like a chemical cascade. Really, is what it is. It's where, like, there's very little difference between two anxiety levels, right? One is like almost freaked out and the other one is completely freaked out, and there's very little difference. And it's like, once the mind goes from like almost freaked out to fully freaked out, you know, it's just like a tiny step, but it's just like you know what I mean? It's like a step too far. It's like just that little bit further that the brain just can't handle. You know what I mean? And like, this actually, it's a very small thing. You know, it really is, in my opinion. You know, and it's just, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm just expressing myself here. You know, I don't know. You know, that's how it feels to me anyway. And it's about, yeah. So, I had like my tools. I had like so my tools of the past are like, I don't want to share them because see, the thing of it is I don't want to influence anybody. I don't want I don't want to be responsible for anybody like trying the way that I've chosen to like deal with it, and like, you know, that bothers me. You know, I'm just not comfortable with that, you know. So I found my techniques, my techniques, my own like ways of doing things. And like I say, it's made a massive difference to my anxiety. I mean, when I look back to how I used to cope and how I cope now, it's a complete 180. It's like of like a psychological response to the panic that I'm feeling. It's a complete 180 of a response, you know. I mean, before it would be like freak out, you know, it's okay, just freak out, you know, and now it's like don't freak out, you know. So like for me that, you know, I mean, it may sound very like simple and very sort of matter of fact, but for me that is like a huge thing. Giving myself permission to be calm, you know, giving myself permission to be calm and to be chill and to be like, you know, this is cool, la da da, whatever, you know, sort of thing. I mean, a lot of it comes from being lost, being and feeling lost, really. Like, someone please tell me how to cope with this, you know. How do I deal? How do I deal when I'm going through like emotional agony like this? I mean, how do I deal? How do I cope? And just wanting like some kind of help, some kind of advice, some kind of like, you know, really knowing at my core that like there is an answer in like the way I deal with it. You know, the way that I deal with it matters massively, but I just don't know how to deal with it, you know. So like if anybody's got anxiety, I would definitely 100% recommend getting some kind of help, you know, because this is like, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that is my opinion, you know, because of my story and the help that I've sort of managed to find, you know. For me, like I found it quite difficult to go on the internet and find out, you know, help for anxiety. I mean, I mean, a couple of times it just said sort of like positivity was like really important, you know, and like it's much more deeper than that, you know. I mean, yeah, positivity is important, but it goes deeper than that. It goes into actual sort of like psychological techniques that, and like, just knowing like I'm really freaking out and I want to freaking freak out, you know, and like just to know from somebody who knows, you know, somebody who's like an authority or whatever, you know, somebody's got like experience of it or whatever, you know, like I guess what I really wanted to know was, do I have permission? You know, it just at the time it felt so insane to stay calm with like explosive feelings on the inside, you know, to stay calm. It just literally it didn't make sense. In the state of mind I was in, it didn't make sense, you know. And it's just like having like people's, like I would have loved to have like asked like a few people's like opinion on it, you know, but at the time I was so closed off emotionally. I wasn't sharing my emotions with anyone. I wasn't sharing my feelings. I didn't even know how to share how I was feeling with people. But it would have been nice to like ask, like, because like I know a few people, you know, ask all of them, you know, what's your opinion on this, you know. But like even now, really being as open as I am, I would struggle with saying, look, this is how I'm feeling, you know, do I deal with it this way or do I deal with it that way, you know? The way that I'm coping with it, you know, does that sound okay to you? You know, really, honestly, like the vulnerability and the truth of it is really being that lost, really being that completely lost, you know, as to not know, just completely, I don't know, you know. So, I mean, so I know that there are massive, that there are like small things to do that have massive impacts on like the state of mind, the psychology, you know, all that. I mean, I know that my feelings have come back. I know that like I was on the phone to Samaritans, right? I'm talking to this girl and I'm saying like, you know, there's this guy mowing his lawn, yeah? And I'm thinking, God, that sounds excellent, right? And she's saying, yeah, just like summer sounds. I was like, yeah, summer sounds, that's what I'm saying. You know, and like the sound of like heavy rain and things like that. And like explaining to her that I couldn't feel any of that. I was completely dead inside, you know. And like, even like, you know, the thing of like asking people like, you know, what's this about, is, you know, and just getting some kind of help from people, some kind of advice and some kind of help. It's like, really, what would have helped me a lot is to have known that it is possible to go from a place of being completely dead inside to feeling like a wide range of like emotions and feelings, you know. That is possible, that, you know, it's completely natural, that, you know, completely natural, completely normal, in my opinion, to be able to I don't want to use the word transition, but it is really, it's to transition from one sort of psychological or mental state to a completely different one, you know. Yeah, I don't feel I really want to, I don't know, I do, let me just make sure that, you know, if there's anything I want to like add. Yeah, so really what it is like, I've managed to change my psychology in like a massive way, right? And so and just in like the last couple of days, like I say, I found two techniques that I've found, which is, one is just, to be honest, it's just dealing. I just deal. It's as simple as that. I just deal. You know, when things get intense, I just deal. And the other one, let me just think. The other one is, you know, I feel a bit uncomfortable sharing it, to be honest. It's very, very sort of personal. You know, I just feel it's very, very personal. You know, it's just, yeah, it's very, very personal, but it's a similar sort of thing. It's just a way of thinking, you know. It's just a very simple way of thinking, you know. At one time it helped me a lot, you know, to sort of like think this way. It helped me a lot, and then I came to like a point where it actually became like a negative thing. The actual same technique that I was using in the past, which helped incredibly, like it was so powerful, you know, actually I came to a point where it actually went another 180, like it actually became like harmful to me to like go there, because I realized that I could replace it with something much more, much better. Literally, there was something better that I could directly replace it with, just swap it out with something out, with another like type of thoughts. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you got something out of it. I don't know what I'm doing here, you know. I'm making a video. Really, I just just feel like I'm in a place where I can make a video. So I've made a video. I know that yeah, so, yeah. So I hope like, honestly, like, I really do hope that it helps somebody. I mean, I don't know whether it's going to, but I hope it helps somebody, or like, I hope somebody found it interesting in some way. You know, I mean, I know that in my opinion, you know, I don't know if I've got this right, but in my opinion, there is like a huge sort of like epidemic of anxiety at the moment. And, you know, I feel it's definitely good to talk about it. I mean, like I say, I was completely closed off with my feelings, and I wouldn't discuss my feelings with anyone. I mean, I it's I I have something to say right here, yeah, which is that the Samaritans, in my opinion, are just amazing, because they are emotionally intelligent people. You know, when I talk about my feelings with the Samaritans, they understand that language, you know. And there's people in my life who just don't be fucking with that, you know, to be honest. And like, a big shout out to the Samaritans. Like, they've saved my life many times. And yeah, just that. So I'm going to end this video here. So thanks for watching, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.